Hi everyone and welcome to 50Fabulous Knits. My name is Pia and I am so happy that you're joining me here today for a little chat about yarn and knitting. Before we get into all the yarny stuff, I just want to start out this video with a huge thank you. Thank you to everyone who sent me emails and messages and left comments on last week's episode. I really think that your well wishes are working. I am getting better every single day, so thank you so much. This week I don't have any finished objects, but I do have some progress on some of my whips. And also I have a new cast on, as I said last week, indulging. I am wearing my snowflower vest, this huge oversized vest that I made last winter. It is probably one of my favorite fall winter makes because it's so easy to wear. I'm sorry, look here. I am dog sitting my youngest son's Charlie, and he is not comfortable with the camera. I don't know, are you camera shy, sweetie? Anyway, this version of the snowflower vest I worked up in some Hillesvåg Tinde. I'm so sorry. This version I worked up in some Hillesvåg Tinde, which is a beautiful rustic Norwegian yarn. One of those that really bloom with blocking, and also it's like it continues to bloom with wear. So it gets more fluffy every time I wear it. Can you see the halo on this thing? It is beautiful. I am gonna leave the link for this pattern and for everything else that I talk about throughout the video in the description box just below the video. As I said, no finished objects this time, but some progress on some of my whips. The first one I'm gonna show you is this, my cat number 3 that I cast on while I was still in hospital. I did not refer to the pattern when casting on. I couldn't read a pattern, let alone follow it. So I just cast on and knit until I was satisfied with the size. And yeah, I have now knit the front and the back and joined together here at the underarm, so there is some easy knitting in the round for me in this one. In the pattern for the cat number 3, you do not join in the round at the underarm. You work the front and the back separately, and then you close it with either a button or some ties. But I decided that with this one I was gonna knit it in the round because I want this to be more like a tank top or a top, a tight-fitting top than a vest. And I have tried to count my stitches just to see which size I am knitting, and it turns out that I am very close to a size 2. And that also makes sense because this one, the first that I made, is very oversized. This is a size 4. And then I made a size 3, which is the perfect fit for a vest. I can easily wear a shirt underneath. I want this one to be even tighter. I'm not going to put anything under it. So I'm pretty confident that size 2 is going to be right. I think it can be tricky to choose the size for a vest or a tank top or actually anything without sleeves. It's so easy to get it too big. What I have found is that a sleeveless top of any kind that I just want to wear on its own, if I choose a size that gives me 5 to 10 centimeters, 2 to 4 inches of negative ease, then I'm going to get something that is really close fitting, like this. If I choose 0 ease, I will typically get a top that fits me nicely, loosely on the body, where I can wear something beneath or just have a little extra room. And if I go for around 10 centimeters of ease, I will get something oversized and cozy. But I think it is difficult because I don't want the front to be too narrow because the halter neck look is not good on me. But on the other hand, I don't want it too clumsy, unless, of course, that is what I'm going for, as it was with this one. Yeah, but it is kind of difficult, but these are my rules of thumb. Up to 10 centimeters of negative ease for a very tight fitting top to be worn with nothing underneath. 0 ease for a tight fitting vest that I can wear a shirt underneath. And 10 centimeters of positive ease for something oversized and cozy. The yarn that I'm using is the yarn that I picked up in Milan. It's a cotton yarn that is cable spun, so it is super easy and pleasurable to work with. It does feel, when I feel the knitted fabric, it does feel a little hard, but I'm sure that that's gonna soften up with blocking. Hopefully I can let you know next week. The other thing that I have been working on is also a vest. That's my birthday vest that I'm trying to finish the pattern for, so that I can knit it together with a group of testers for the Knitathon. So the birthday vest is knit bottom up. So for this one, I have knitted up and I have split for the front and the back. I am knitting the back piece first. And yeah, I am very satisfied with this. I am changing some of the stitch patterns a little. I am also changing the fit slightly. I'm adding extra sizes. And then of course, I'm gonna translate it into English. So this is what I will be knitting for our Knitathon, together with a group of wonderful, generous people who have offered to test knit it. For this version, I am using some Drops Air, which is a blow yarn, a super light and soft yarn. And because it's so light, it wouldn't technically qualify as an Aran weight, but when you knit it up, it definitely knits up like an Aran weight. I think the one that I'm gonna be making for the Knitathon, I think I'm gonna go for a worsted weight held together with some kit sock, but I'm not totally, I haven't decided yet. I have a few options that I'm considering. Yeah, I have not made a decision yet, but I will, for sure I will, because the Knitathon is getting closer. Next week's video is going to be a warm-up to the Knitathon, a survival guide for it. And then the week after, 2 weeks from today, provided you're watching this the day it comes out, is the day of the Knitathon, October 7th. We're going to start at 3 p.m. Copenhagen, Paris, Rome time, and continue on until Sunday the 8th at 3 p.m. If you want more information about the Knitathon, you can go to my website, fiftyfabulous.dk. It is linked in the description box below. On the front page, there's a lot of information about the Knitathon. There's a schedule with the different podcasters who are either going to go live or release a special Knitathon episode with links to all the channels so you can easily navigate throughout the 24 hours. Last week, am I being abandoned by all my dogs now? Last week, I also talked to you about my crochet blanket and I asked your advice because I have been crocheting these squares. They are so pretty, but I think they're very open for a blanket. And then I got the idea that maybe I could combine the very lazy squares with some solid granny squares so that I would like alternate the two types of squares. And they're going to be the same size. It's just that this one is blocked, this one's not blocked. And I was asking you last week, am I being brilliant or am I just being lazy? Because for sure, this one works up so much faster and easier than these. On the other hand, these are super interesting. They really hold my attention when I'm working on them. So I'm thinking a combination of the two would give me the best of both worlds. Unfortunately, a lot of you agreed with me that it would be a good idea to combine the two. So I have been crocheting some solid squares and some lazy squares, and I don't have a lot yet, but I have some and I am having a lot of fun with this. I really enjoy to have this project. I guess at some point I'll be ready to start going out again, and then it's a perfect project to take out the solid squares, not the lazy ones. I am using the Lion brand mandala yarn that I actually bought for another blanket, and I am gonna talk more about the various blankets that I have on the go. I am using this because it just works up so beautifully. And then I am using my new Lantern Moon crochet hooks. I have had so many problems when I've been crocheting. My elbow hurts. And a kind viewer actually said to me, you know what, I have noticed that when you're crocheting, it's always on a heavy hook and always an ergonomic hook with a fat handle. And she suggested that I tried a good old-fashioned skinny hook just to see if that was better for my hands and my elbow. And it was. I can crochet. I can crochet on this one without any problems at all. And look how perfectly shaped it is. It's just the size and shape of the head that I like on a crochet hook. It is so smooth and nice, and then it's just beautiful. So I can really recommend these Lantern Moon crochet hooks. Yesterday, I was actually going through all of my blanket whips. As I was crocheting on my newest blanket, I was like, I wonder how many blankets I have on the go. I had 5. And while 5 in and of itself is not problematic at all, I do not see myself finishing all 5 of them. So I have made some decisions. The first blanket that I'm going to show you is one that I am knitting. I am knitting these diagonal squares. out of some drops Puna, which is 100% alpaca yarn. So this is going to be a really warm and beautiful blanket. It's all these earthy tones. You see, I also have some more colors here. I've decided not to use the white because I think it's too much of a contrast, but all of these earthy tones I'm using. And I am knitting with, this is an extra set, but I am knitting it on straight needles. These are made of bone of deer. They're from Gul, which is a Danish yarn store, hand dyer. They have all the most amazing things. And they have these straight needles. They also have them as double pointed needles. And they are just wonderful to work with. As you can see, these are relatively short. I remember when I was learning to knit, my knitting needles was often 35 centimeters, which is a lot. It's a lot to handle, and it's pretty hard on your wrist, but these short little ones are perfect. And the bone just keeps getting better and better the more that you use them. It's like they warm up in your hands and they just get smoother and easier to knit with. So this is definitely a project that fills me with joy, and I feel confident that the finished blanket is going to be beautiful. So definitely keeping this one on my needles, trying to work a couple of squares a week, just getting back into the rhythm. The other one that I had is my granny stripe blanket, which is, it's tiny. It is just this little bitty thing, but I love it. I can't wait to work on it. I have promised myself that in December I am going to work on this using the minis from my advent calendar. And you can see I am not working full rows or 2 rows in each color. I am trying to change colors a lot, 1 to 2 times on each row, just to give it, a really scrappy look. But then I'm staying within a very controlled color scheme, all dark muted colors. So yeah, this one definitely stays on the hook. I cannot wait to get crocheting on it because it's going to be beautiful. And there is something so soothing about granny stitches, right? So 3 blankets, my new crochet, the knitted blanket, my granny stripe blanket. These 3 I really enjoy working on, and I am very excited for the finished project. This one, the Mulberry Afghan, it is absolutely beautiful. I love this thing, but I think I made a mistake. I think I made it too small. I didn't cast on enough stitches. Just look, it's going to be a tiny lap blanket. Every time I pick it up to work on it, I get annoyed that it's not bigger. So I don't know. Either I'm going to continue with it and just find peace with the fact that I'm making a tiny lap blanket, or I am going to make it into a pillow. Big, luxurious pillow that can just be on my couch and I get to enjoy it right away. That's maybe not a bad idea. I can always cast on another Mulberry Afghan and then just remember a lot more stitches than I did for this one. But yeah, I am loving the Tunisian crochet. I am loving my Tunisian crochet hook, also from Lantern Moon. It is smooth and wonderful. I started out when I cast this on, I didn't have Tunisian crochet hooks. So I just bought a Chaogu hook from Amazon. And I must say, as much as I love my Chaogu knitting needles, I'm not a fan of the Tunisian crochet hook. It's not smooth enough. This one is very, very smooth. It's beautiful and it's super easy to work with. So for sure there's more Tunisian crochet in my life. I'm just not sure about this blanket. I do think that, sorry, it's a little warm here. I do think that it's too small and I should make it into a pillow. And the last blanket is also gonna end up as a pillow. It is beautiful. I really love this stitch. I have no idea what it's called, but yeah, I've had fun with it, but I don't see myself continuing on. I haven't picked this up for years. I don't think it's going to happen now. So I'm going to make a huge pillow out of it, and maybe one day, maybe I will start another one in the same stitch because it is really pretty. So yeah, 5 blanket whips then becomes 3, which is so much more manageable. Plus I get 2 beautiful new pillows to use when I'm gonna curl up on the couch all of fall. So win-win, I would say. That was it for the creative content this week. I don't think this is going to be a long video. I just wanted to check in with you guys, show you the work that I've been doing and just enjoying a little free time here in my happy place. When I'm not knitting, I am still taking it slow, real slow. The highlight of my day is a walk with the dogs. I just walk on the fields out behind the house, not venturing too far from the house. I am really trying to respect my body and to give it time and rest enough that it can heal. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, I am getting better every day, so I think I will soon be back to normal me again. Peter is in Italy these days. He's down there with his mom. He is working on his little house, the renovation project. He actually sent me a couple of videos, so I'm going to put them at the end of the episode if any of you are curious to see what his house looks like on the inside and hear some of his plans for it. He is having a good time. I am missing him, but I'm also really looking forward to have him come home very soon. That's gonna be nice. I think I am gonna end things here. There is not a lot to talk about. My life is very quiet, which is exactly how I like it. So I am gonna end things here. I am gonna wish you all a wonderful week with lots of knitting, crocheting, making whatever you want to do. I will see you next week for the Knitathon Survival Guide. Until then, keep knitting.
There you go. Oh, I promised Pia to make a short video of our new, very old house here in Calazzo. And you see that right now on the terrace with the view. Looks nice. The lake we see down here is Lago di Piano. It's the same lake as we see from our house in Gotro. And just behind the trees here, you have to be on the balcony, but just behind the trees here, you have Lago di Lugano. I'm tired because I'm working out. And down there, where the mountain meets, it's difficult down there, there's Lago di Como. So from here to Lago di Como is about 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes to Polezza, maybe a little more. And this is the house. It's in 3 levels. Up here you see the top level. It's gonna be like master bedroom. And over here, there's another room. Behind me, we will have the kitchen. And in here, we will have the living room. And build a terrace over there. And in total, it's a house of 180 square meters. There's a level downstairs below where I'm gonna make a room and like boiler room. I don't know if you call it that anymore. Here, that was actually the kitchen beforehand. There is, I know the old owner, he was in the 90s. He had his kitchen here. And I guess he was a bit shorter than me. But this room is gonna be like a washing room, and here we're gonna have a toilet. And I'm gonna build a kitchen here for this fireplace. I'm gonna remove and have kitchen from here, down there, and there. And then of course, a place to eat here in the middle. And as you can see on my face, I'm sweating a lot. And it's because I'm old, I'm not so strong anymore. But I started dismounting this wall. This was the old bathroom. And you can see here, nice fixtures. But this is gonna be the living room. So you can imagine it's gonna be a much larger room here. And then I'm gonna have bathrooms, 2 bathrooms upstairs. Besides the toilet here, and in the future I'm gonna have a bathroom downstairs as well. Here there's gonna be a big opening for the new terrace. It's gonna be on the other side. And you can probably see the bell tower from here. Yeah, there's the bell tower. And again the view, Lago di Como, you just see the tip of it over there. And Lago Piano. And this is Calazzo. This is in the, I don't know how to say that, is it outskirt? that's probably a big thing for a small town, but it's a small town, a couple of thousand inhabitants. Up here, you see again, it's not built for an almost 2 meter tall guy, but here I'm gonna have a bathroom. There's an old bathroom now, it's gonna disrupt that. And then I'm gonna raise the level of the floor. And in here it's gonna be a beautiful master bedroom. The same size as the bathroom downstairs. I'm gonna build here in this corner. And then we're gonna have this one. New doors, new windows. Maintenance free, of course. But I'm gonna clean all the old iron and repaint it. And again, here you see the view. And now you can actually see Lago di Lugano. So you have the city of Lugano over there. And here, down here, you have Polezza. And Lago di Piano and Como Lake over there. And our house is up there. Let me see if I can point to it. Let me see. Sorry, it's gonna be a bit shaky this week because I'm tired. It's around up here. There's the old house where Pia's knitting, of course. She's knitting. But this is my little project. Some of the old furnitures. I'm gonna refurbish them. I think I really like them. So Pia, she's crazy about the chairs. So we're gonna reupholster the chairs. Gonna have a window here in the bathroom as well. And then the last room, not the last room, by the way, but on the top floor. It's in here. Let's see. There again, a nice view. Actually a nice size. I think it's around 17 square meters, so 18 square meters in here. But the roof was leaking, so I've had some damages with the water all the way down. But I already fixed the roof, so now it's nice and dry. And I'm just gonna show you a detail that I love, because I'm gonna make sure that I use the old doors. But look at those, oh sorry, look at those hinges here. Aren't they just amazing? Because it's just a nail into the floor here, and then it's fixed here. I just love it. It's not supposed to be standing by itself, but it's gonna be beautiful when I'm gonna repaint that, sand it and repaint it. No, so that's just a short video, and hopefully I will show you some of the slow progress here going forward. It's a project that I have a timeline for about 2 years, because it's only when we're here visiting Italy, Pia's knitting, don't want to spend time with me, then I can spend time in this house. So that's the idea. Okay, see you.